And but I knew that when we shipped on day one, it would be the official, legit servers. At which point, Uncharted shipped before us, and Christoph rang me up and went, "Hey, thanks for the AWS tip. What did you do for AWS in the end? How did you solve this problem?" I was like, "Oh, I haven't. I didn't do it. We're going with the Sony solution." And he said, "Oh, well, I did it. And our game, uses AWS." And so I think they ended up taking the crown as the first PlayStation game that ran on AWS. So that was actually very crucial to the end of the story. So now we come to the final chapter of the story. The Little Big Planet 1 came out, and I don't remember the exact timing, but within a day or two, the MLB servers were overloaded. And it wasn't their fault, it's just that Little Big Planet and MLB are very different. And so the car crash that I saw coming happened, and they were trying to fix it. And so I said, "Well, just so you know, guys, I've actually got the Skunkworks server that I wrote, and it's running on AWS, but I know that you don't officially support AWS, but I've heard that Naughty Dog are running a game in production on AWS. So maybe I can take some of their learnings and you can bless it, and we can switch the Little Big Planet servers over from the MLB ones to the AWS ones." And thanks to Naughty Dog blazing the trail, because the servers were crashing, they switched it over to AWS, and that began a long story called AlexDB, and the poor old OTG in Sony had to end up maintaining AlexDB for many years, which I think is probably going to cause a shiver down their spines. But so I apologize for that. But it was a necessary evil, and it got Little Big Planet to run through 1 and 2, and I think even 3. But yeah, so that was it. There you go. That's the story I've not shared in that much detail before. But it was to summarize, Little Big Planet was hard because everything was new, and it was like fog of war, and everyone was doing their best to make the best decision they could. And every now and then we'd end up colliding with pits of lava or each other, and as we stumbled around. That was one of the examples that made it hard.